I check his remains.
Sure, if you want to run over there, but as you're running away, Forthington's like, "What are you doing? We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here now. Where are you going?"
Best bet is to actually just smother ourselves in his guts.
Who, Forthington's guts?
Yeah.
He ain't turned
Forthington's
into one of them though. I mean, that probably just draw him, Betty.
Oh, he's ripped apart. I mean, he's literally in pieces.
They are not cannibals. They need the living flesh.
Okay. I don't know about them as good as you do, but if rubbing this white man blood all over me gonna help, well, I'll try anything.
I mean, think about it. Have you seen Indians attack each other?
No, I ain't seen that, but he won't never one of them though, Betty, what I'm saying.
But there are others around here that are just lying in pieces.
Alright, you first.
Alright, fine.
Alright, so are you going over to the corpse there, Puck?
Yeah.
Alright, you go over to the corpse. Alright, now everybody else is basically the colonel. The colonel and Kirkman, they're going to the security sweep. And they're taking off down one of the corridors. Puck, you get over to the body, and you find nothing. I mean, you find a wad of money. I mean, there's like a couple $1,000s in a money clip. I mean, you could take that. You kind of look over him, and sticking out of one of his pockets is like the corner of one of the wads of of the wad of cash he had on him. So, you can pick that up. It's about $2,000. We'll say $2,500, all in 100s. And then when you turn around, Puck, everybody's gone. Well, Dee Dee, did you go? Betty, did you go? Cletus, did you go?
Oh yeah, I said I'm out of here.
Betty said she was gonna wipe this blood all over her, and I'm staying behind her. I'm gonna follow her if she goes up there. But
okay,
Betty,
so
you're approaching this body.
Betty, you go over to the corpse as well. Dee Dee?
Yeah, I'm rubbing ghoul blood all over
I just want to
myself.
see if this white woman gonna rub this blood all over her. That's all I really care about.
All right, so Betty gets down on. I mean, yeah, but
Exactly.
Betty, she gets down on her knees and starts, almost kind of like
What
fake
the
throwing up
doing?
a couple times, and she's down there just,
I'm the jaded daughter of a coroner. I'm sure I smelled it before.
Okay.
and she's smearing this stuff all over her. So about several minutes go by, and Kirkman and the colonel are gone. His men are gone. Cletus is gone. Dee Dee, you're out in the hall. Puck, you're in the hall. Betty, you're in the hall. And now let's get back to Vera. Vera, I'm going to deal a couple cards for you.
Mm-hmm.
Vera's last stand.
I'm going to deal a card for Vera with a 5, and a card for the NPCs at a 7. So, Vera, you're going to get shot a couple more times. Get shot at a couple more times, of course, by unskilled shooters. Which the first one up top misses you with his burst, even with his +2. Misses you. Now, secondly, the one of the gentlemen with the 9mm, that's a miss too. 2 - 2. Last one, same thing. 2 - 2. All 3 shots miss around you, and now you've got about 5 to 10 people that are really starting to close in around you, and they're gathering their senses back. And you can see, there's about 8 of these zombies or shamblers that are still up. Several of the guards have several of the men that have guns shot several of them in the head, so you've seen several of them fall as you're kind of looking around you. What do you want to do? I mean, there's doors on your side, there's doors on the other side. There's you saw everybody run out back. It just depends on, but you're on your knees. So you're still on your knees. What does Vey want to do?
What does Vera want to do?
Yeah, what does Vera want to do? Does she want to just sit on her knees and kind of cash your chips in, or does Vera want to get out of there?
Alright. It's Vera's mind. She's very angry at the moment. The one thing she wanted to see was justice done to that crazy bitch. I wanted to feed her to the zombies. And she was willing to sacrifice her own life to do it. And let everyone else leave.
Yeah.
And Cletus blew her head off, giving her a quick and painless death. And I feel so robbed.
Yes, Dee Dee. Yeah, you guys can hear, as you're outside in the hall, Betty, Dee Dee, and Puck, you can hear gunshots still going off in the auditorium. So I could see Vera would be pissed off, Vey.
Now I have people shooting at me. I have a wounded arm.
Uh-huh. You do?
I can't hit anything but the walls. Not
Pew!
only sometimes.
Pew!
And there's crowds gathering around me. Behind me is also going to do the same thing. Now, you say there are other guards shooting at them?
No, there's not. You do not see Jonathan. You do not see that the guy David that was pointed out to everyone. He has kind of disappeared as well.
Okay, so then I am surrounded.
You are surrounded. Yeah, it looks like you're going to be enclosed. You have your round. I mean, you can get up, you can run, you can do many things still. You can fire another burst of rounds. There's
No, Vera. She is not the Trump. She's not going to go out that way. She is in control of her own fate, not other people. She decides when she is going to die, not someone else. So she pulls her gun up and puts it under her chin, and thinks of beautiful beet farms and serenity, and pulls the trigger.
Wow. Really?
Damn.
Wow. Give yourself a Benny for that. I mean.
Roll damage.
Wow. So Vera, you.
That's a shot to the bottom of my skull, so no, there's no damage to roll. I'm out.
Wow.
Vera is out.
Vita is.
No, you still need to see if you aim correctly, even then, 'cause you might flip.
You could have just shot your jaw off.
Vita is dead. She committed suicide. I'm not gonna make you do any rolls for that. If somebody tells me that's what they're doing with their character, I'm not gonna
Right on.
contradict them and say no. Well, you're unskilled with that. Let's see if you actually put the gun now.
I'm going to resurrect her.
You put the gun up to your head. You pull the trigger, and you basically black out. So yeah, nice. I like that. She thinks of some beet farms. In fact, I may even give you an extra Benny in the Deadlands game when we get started.
Can I transfer my bennies over
for
to the next
for that
one?
that was pretty good, Vey. Wow, holy shit. So Vey, she offs herself. All right, so you guys still hear more gunfire and all this. So Dee Dee and Puck and Betty, you're covered with this zombie Mr. Forthington, as he's all over you now and wearing his intestines around your neck as a necklace.
I'm asking Patty, what the hell are you doing?
These things are not cannibals. They will not go after the living, or they only go after the living. They won't go after each other. So if
Well,
they
I can't
think
believe
they
Vey killed herself.
they'll ignore you.
You gave her plenty of times to get out of there.
All right.
Sucks.
You want to try and walk amongst them now to test your little theory, Betty? I'm unconvinced still.
If we find some, we'll find out.
Don't we need to be catching up to this Kirkman and the Colonel? I mean, that's our way off of this damn boat.
Yeah.
We can go to the bridge and wait for him there.
And wait for them? They ahead of us, ain't they, Buck? Are they gonna wait for us there? Is that what you're saying?
They didn't say they were waiting for you. They said they're getting out off the ship.
That's right. That's what I was thinking.
And you guys have already been here for about a minute and a half now.
I'm just
what are you guys doing?
I'm taking off.
Yeah.
I'm taking off.
I thought he said they were going for the bridge, so...
Well, they said that they're going to the security suite, and then because you guys never answered him, because he said, "Do you want to meet at the bridge? Do you want to meet at the bow?"
Oh, okay.
You know, that's when he basically they took off. You guys know how to get to the security suite. You guys know how to
I'm
get
run
there.
to the security suite and with
That's
all
why
my
I
might.
followed him when he went to the security suite.
All right, yeah. So
I'm going after the... I do a little bit of the blood on me, and I'm going also.
okay, so you guys start to make your way towards the security suite. Now, Cletus, as you and the Colonel and also Kirkman, as you get to the security suite, there's dozens of zombies inside, and you guys could probably distract them. I mean, there's pieces of metal outside. There's all kinds of chairs. There's glass. There's all kinds of things to where you could, distract these things out of here. I mean, and in fact, as you guys get to the security suite, it looks like they start to slowly start coming towards you. So, Kirkman's like, if somebody distracts these, I will get inside, I'll open up the safe, and I'll get the guns, and then we'll head out.
This is just Cletus there then, right? We can't make
Cletus,
No.
Brackenridge, and two of Brackenridge's men.
Okay.
Which Brackenridge has the SMG.
And you said there's like metal pipes and chairs and stuff laying around?
Yeah, there's all kinds of debris around to where you can make plenty of noise to distract these zombies to basically pull them towards you.
Okay. I'm going to pick up one of those and I'm going to start going backwards and banging it on the wall as I go backwards. Just bang it on the wall. I'm going to keep a good distance between me and them, but I'm going to bang it on the wall as I go backwards.
Give me a plain smarts check. Zombies are a heavy minus at a 4 - 2 for smarts. So unless he rolls horrible, this round they should follow him. And there's a loop around. You can go down the hall, Cletus, and come back. Oh man. Dude, you're so lucky because... oh, wow. Hold on one second. Oh, my God. 8, 9, 10 - 2. The zombies definitely start coming towards you. And I actually got 2 raises on that D4 roll. So the zombies do start following you. And they're not very fast. But they do start moving towards you. They're lurching towards you, Cletus. Not all of them, but some of them definitely are. So as you get to about half of them off, one of the going one way, one of Brackenridge's men, he starts to taunt them also. And let's see. All right.
Well, couldn't I use the taunt skill, Dave? Wouldn't that have been...
Sasquatch, thanks for the follow. No, I think taunt is totally different. Let me open up the book real quick. I'll tell you what taunt does. Thanks, Sasquatch, for the follow. I appreciate it. Also, thank you very much, X Gear Crank. Thanks for the follow, Gear Crank. Totally appreciate it. I am trying to find... Okay. Test of wills, basically. Taunt. Alright. So... Basically what taunt does is if you Taunt is versus smarts. And when you taunt it, you distract the creature enough to where you'll gain a +2 bonus to your next action against the person that you're taunting on your next action, basically. A raise will give the roll, the attacker the bonus, and make the defender that you were trying to taunt shaken as well. But it takes your action
action.
free, yeah,
Gotcha.
basically, yeah. So yeah, that's what taunt does. Taunt is just basically for like a foe. So one of Brackenridge's men, he distracts the other. He's like, "Whoa, hey!" Taking a lead pipe and piece of a lead pipe and banging it on like a pot or something, and so the other batch of zombies basically follows him also. So he's basically between your group of zombies and his group of zombies. So he's kind of in a dangerous position. So I'll make you guys do another basically check, another check next round. So as all of the zombies go out, Kirkman he runs in, and by this time Dee Dee and Puck and Betty, as you guys are coming down one of the hallways, you can see that there is a pretty nice clump of these living dead walking by slowly, and you're like, holy shit. So you guys kind of duck off to the side so you're not seen, and then you see then you hear like this, you can hear Cletus going, yo, hoo, hoo, yaha, hee, hee, yahoo, whatever he's doing, and plus banging on seven, and then you can also hear, it gets a little bit louder, where you can see one of Brackenridge's men goes by this hallway also, the same hallway, banging a pot, and then after him there's some slowly walking, of these walkers that are walking towards him. So you guys are basically here at the security suite now. So as that group goes by, you guys can see that, down the hall, which they're going around the corner now. You can also see, all the windows of the security suite are blown out, and you can just see Colonel Brackenridge standing there with his gun, and basically telling you, God, you guys are lucky you got here, because we're fixing to get the hell out of here.
Alright. So Cletus is backing up towards us where we're at now.
Yeah, and when you're there, you're looking inside the security suite, man. It is like total carnage. I mean, there's blood everywhere, parts, pieces. There's even like a couple of these medical staff coats, just covered in blood, with like a hand sticking out of one of the armholes. I mean, it's crazy. So one more check. I want you to give me one more smarts check, Mr. Bubba, and also the officer. The officer had a 4. Plus it was a raise, so he had a 6 versus a 1 minus 2, which is -1. So this is a roll versus Cletus's smarts. 2 minus 2, which is 0. Your roll is a 3. The zombies continue to follow you, luckily, and also the officer. I did their rolls, and you guys basically get it coordinated to where both of the groups, he basically goes down like a little side hall and gets his group turned around, and both of you work it out to where you're back at the suite, and there's this large group of walkers that are coming towards you. Now, as this is happening, Kirkman comes out and asks where Vera is. He's like, "Where is Vera?" And as he's doing this, he's basically handing out everybody a 9mm pistol. So everybody gets a 9mm. With everybody gets 2 clips also, which I believe there's 17 rounds in a clip.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys.
We don't
all,
know what happened to Vera there, Kirkman.
I'll-
This is Brackenridge. Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Am I over at the room? You said I'll loop back around.
Yeah, you guys are back. Yeah,
Okay.
these zombies are pretty slow, and plus they're pretty grouped
Hurting.
together, so they're kind of, tripping over one another. Yeah.
There's no time for that. I'll explain to everybody once we get somewhere safe.
All right, so we're gonna have to battle our way out to the bridge. So as you guys are, you guys have your weapons now. There's a lot of fighting. I'm gonna take basically I'm gonna take pretty much one. I'm gonna take one clip away from everybody.
Then
And
how much was
due to
how much
time.
Was in the, how much was in the one gun that I still had?
There's like 2 shots left.
All right. Good
So
enough. I
I'm
need to know.
basically going to take one Benny away from everybody,
Okay.
and also one of those clips. So now everybody has 1 clip left, and then you have the extra 2, Cletus, from that. So, all right. So you guys do a lot of fighting, and we're not going to do the fighting. We're just going to kind of get you guys to the bridge because of the time. But you guys do make it to the bridge, and like I said, you killed probably about another 20 of these shamblers as you're battling, your way up to the ship, and Kirkman says, he turns to you, Puck, and he says, didn't you say that you could fix this radio?
I can try it. I'm good at electronics.
Well, do your thing. So as you guys battle your way back onto the bridge, there's a ton of dead zombies, and yeah, Puck.
Maybe I need one pair of hands because with my one hand.
Well, yeah, well.
I'll come with him.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
think
not
about
too
that.
smart about this kind of thing, but if you tell me what to do, I'm pretty
Yeah, I mean,
pretty
I can
handy
say
with my
what to
fingers
do,
and
but
such.
maybe I can do everything
So-
with one hand.
We're
Yeah, I
at the
got you.
bridge. We're at the bridge, and we're in a place of relative safety. Is that,
Yeah,
is that my understanding?
the bridge is totally destroyed. I mean, it is, the glass is literally the roof is blown off of this place, and there's the ship is basically floating at like an angle. So now the ship is kind of teetering from left to right instead of the bow of the ship cutting through the waves, because there's
Right.
been no power on the ship for a while. So yeah, you get down there and you start tinkering with the radio. So you can go ahead and give me a you have MacGyver too, right, Puck?
MacGyver, and I have knowledge electronics.
Yeah, and MacGyver basically allows you to do all kinds of repairs with no tools, right? That's what MacGyver does.
Yeah, it's pretty minimalistic.
Alright. So you can
Things like
still
that.
do this with one hand. We'll say that you can still do this one hand. I'm not gonna penalize you for, even though I probably should a little bit, but seeing that, I mean, you do have repair and you have MacGyver, I would say that you're pretty versed with technology and stuff. So
maybe he uses his feet and stuff.
yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he's got webbed feet that might give him a hand.
Between my knees.
Fucking webbed feet. So give
I
me
don't find me.
an attempt, a check, and give it -2 because of the whole. As much as it's damaged, give me a -2 check to see if you can
repair.
jerry rig something. Yeah, repair -2.
Okay.
Now I want everybody else besides Puck, as Brackenridge is on the bridge. He's watching out. Several of his men, his last 2 men, are up there. He has. He basically what he did was he's got the 9mm. He gave the SMG to the man that's on the side where the bigger concentration of the walkers were. So everybody has the guns now. You guys are kind of you guys are around also on the deck. Let's see, Puck. this thing is blown all to fucking shit. There's all kinds of parts missing to where you can't do anything with this. So
I want to ask one more question to
sure. As everybody gives me notice rolls, please.
Me too.
No, not you, because your ass was sticking out of the box with plumber crack and stuff. Yeah, plumber crack. Oh my God, Betty. That's
I
clutch.
wanted to ask.
Nice, Deshaun.
Cletus
Cletus is so full of bloodlust. He's just waiting for something to come up those fucking stairs. So both. Yeah, Puck, go for it. Go ahead.
I wanted to
go
ask.
Go.
If there is a radio, if there are some kind of radio equipment onto a on the lifeboats.
Not that. Not that
basic
Kirkman
equipment,
knows of. No, not on the lifeboats. It's just, we're gonna have to figure something out, because we're gonna have to get electricity back on this, because those things they can't. I think several of them do have mechanical winches that we can winch them down, but the majority of these things are all electrical. So we're gonna have to figure something out here. But he says I know a couple. Towards the rear of the ship, they can be wound down, but and as Kirkman's going on with this, both Betty, especially Betty, you can see Brackenridge kind of turn his head a little bit, and he's like touching his ear, and then you can hear him say, "Copy, we'll be down in 10." You can hear him say that literally. And then he kind of pulls his hand off of his earbud, because you knew that he had an earbud anyway the whole time, because he and his men were communicating, but none of his other men are, and then he kind of looks at his other men, and they're all kind of nodding now also, and so.
I'm with Brackenridge. He promised me a place on that boat of his, Dave. I'm going to take him up on that offer.
So Brackenridge, he's still holding his gun. His men are holding his guns, and he says, "Well, everybody, it has truly been fun. I'm not looking forward to doing this again anytime soon, but our ride is here.
Just in time, I'd say. Let's go.
Just in time, but unfortunately, we're going to be making the trip." So, Kirkman says, "You son of a bitch! You don't think we're really going to just sit here and sink this ship, and just let you walk right off the boat, do you?" And he says. Brackenridge goes on to say, "Hey, man, look, the engineering room and the outer wall, they're laced with charges. Our boat's here, our ride's here, and I'd rather be gone before all of these, whatever the hell they are, they show back up." And he actually, you guys start to see something off in the distance, and way off into the distance, which it is still sun out. You can see that there is a ship that is not too far away. As you can see, it's burrowing towards you. It is a massive U.S. Coast Guard vessel, and this thing is barreling towards the ship. And he says he nods towards the Coast Guard vessel over there, and he says, "I mean, hell, ironically, I'm doing the world a favor by sinking this fucking ship. When this thing ships, all of these things are going down with it." And he says, and Kirkman says, "So we're just going to go ahead and kill the survivors along with the ghouls? Is that what we're really just going to go ahead and do?" And he goes back towards Kirkman, and the colonel says, "Don't get righteous on me, Kirkman. You're the one that locked him in the auditorium with those things in the first place. They're probably already dead. Besides, it's not my problem. This big old bathtub is going down, and my men and we're getting off, and the rest of you guys can suck wind for all I care. We're off.